Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. We are back for another amazing episode of the Mindminx Show. I am your favorite Mindminx, and we are here at Mix Vibes Radio. And I have a wonderful guest with me today. I have someone that I had the pleasure of meeting midsummer at a great store opening for an amazing project called the K. Marie Project. And you came to support, artist, etc's daughters' endeavors, which are doing really well. So I want to welcome to the show and flip my screen around, Isaiah Seward. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
It was an adventure for you today, I heard.
Yeah, my GPS turned on me.
It was not your friend today.
No. Siri was like, all those times where you talked kind of harshly to me, I didn't appreciate
Made fun of her
that.
voice.
Yeah. You changed my voice from like Australian to British to. She's like, I didn't appreciate that.
I didn't appreciate that. That's why I tried to let all my guests know that if you're coming across that bridge,
God.
stay in the left-hand lane.
It was wild because it was like it felt like cars were merging in front of me to like be like, no.
Yeah. And then with the trucks there.
Oh yeah.
And if you have the scared driver,
which was in front of me the entire time with his hazards on, like I'm like, what? But I got here though. That's
you are here. And you brought some guests with you today. I just want to give a quick shout out to them.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my manager Michelle. And
hello, Michelle.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my girlfriend too, Allie.
Hi, Allie.
Figure we give. It's your moment now. All right.
So let's talk about you, sir. So you are a Richmond, Virginia native.
Yeah.
And like going through all of your bios, it just looks like you've always been into, well, first poetry and music. Yeah. Were you classically trained out there, or?
Basically what happened is when I was young, as far as piano, I guess I can confess to this now. I'm grown. I would go to my mom's church, and I didn't like being in church. I wanted to like.
What child?
Yeah, it was boring to me, as a child.
Sure.
So what I would do is when offering time came around, I would go around, do whatever, touch it, because we ain't had no money. And then I would go to the bathroom. Downstairs, there was a piano.
Oh.
And me and actually give a shout out to my boy Montique, who was a childhood friend, and he plays for like Carl Thomas and a couple other people. Like he definitely is a better pianist than me. but we used to go downstairs and play piano, and then I just got good at it,
Wait, so okay, I wanted to ask if like you were trained, because piano isn't something that somebody usually just picks up, but you did that.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
I think it's because I was a kid at the time, and I guess I didn't know any better. But I mean, along the way, I've learned music theory and stuff like that. But so I know how to read music and stuff like that.
Do you? I can't read music.
I very slowly.
Like A, C.
Like Fur Elise is like really slow. Like I know how to play it now, but like if I was just like getting over there and doing sight reading, it's gonna be slow.
So that to me is amazing. The fact that someone can read music and play what they say, but like play it and not just be like,
Yeah,
A's.
exactly. It's weird. I think it's because of my mom and my dad. We just always had like my mom was always singing around the house. My dad sings too, but he don't like to let you know. Every once in a while he'll come out and sing or something. But they've always been they were talented with like poetry, and they got me to reading like Langston Hughes and stuff like that. And so but I realized at a very early age that poetry wasn't as cool as rapping. So
I kudos, yeah, that's a correct assumption.
It wasn't just that. It was also the fact that the music just you fall in love with hip hop, and then you like kind of.
Sure.
It's like it's the thing to do. All your boys are spitting, and you're in the little ciphers. Yeah.
Was it different being that you were, coming from Virginia, the music there, as opposed to, like how the New Yorkers over here, AKA these two.
You know what the funny thing is I'm not even, my dad's from Brooklyn, so
Okay.
he's from up here.
Okay.
So I guess inadvertently I kind of got that vibe, like this is what hip hop is,
Exactly.
the definition.
Okay. Yeah.
And but back in Virginia, I'll be real with you, they have a strong connection to like East Coast.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
hip hop.
amazing.
Like I listened to when I grew up. Nas was one of my favorite. I had other favorites and stuff like that too, but I also liked. I think we had like a little bit of a fusion because I also like Outkast and
Sure.
like, a whole bunch of other cats and stuff like that. That doing a whole bunch. But at the time, Jay-Z was on a come up. I ain't gonna give away how old I am, but I'm old.
No, you're not. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's no way for me to find your birthday. I was able to find how old you
stricken
are.
it from
I
the
was
internet.
Not. Well done. I couldn't find it, and I pride myself on being able to find whatever I want on the internet.
That's the acting aspect of it, because like a lot of times it's such a weird thing to me. Like I tell people, face to face, this is how old I am. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But with acting, it's like once they find out how old you really are, then they start sending you for like the grandpa roles.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
I look like I'm 25.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. Like I'm not gonna get that role. But nah, like I don't mind. I'm happy because I have a lot of friends that are not with us anymore, and they're younger than me, or just a couple years older because I hung around a little bit of older crowd, and so for me, I'm happy. Like a lot of people, they I don't want to get old. I'm like, I want to get old.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get decrepit.
I don't.
Like I want nobody to take care of me, But yeah, I want to be like 120. I want to be like the guy in the paper that they're like, he's the oldest man in the world right now. If I can pull it off.
I'm gonna fight it like tooth and nail all the way. Technology, do your thing with the wrinkles.
And if they come up with some laser anything to, hey, do what you got to do. If you're 80 and you want to look like you're 60,
why not?
Go for it,
So the music you felt was a good fusion for you in Virginia, based on like Outkast type of music and New York rap.
Yeah,
and hip-hop.
I took influences from a lot of different places. Tupac was a big influence. You know what I mean? Obviously, Biggie, Jay-Z, the Nas is a big one that like I really like the way he played with it. And then later on, then here comes people like Eminem and Kendrick and stuff like that. And you're constantly influenced by other artists, and that I don't think that ever stops. You if you're a creative person, well, even if it's not me writing a song, maybe it might be me writing a script or something like that. I might get inspiration from watching 8 Mile or something like that, or from watching Get Rich or Die Trying or whatever it is.
Right.
I'm trying to think of another music movie, but
So it wasn't like Sparkle one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I got inspiration from Sparkle.
Did you?
No.
Well, you never
Glitter.
know.
That was a
Is that
big
what it was called?
inspiration.
It was the Sparkle, or it was Glitter, right?
There might be a Sparkle
there
and
might
a
be-
Glitter.
I think I was thinking of that one.
Whatever one Mariah Carey was in.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You could call that actually would have been an alternate. I'm pretty sure they were like picking between those two names. Sparkle or Glitter?
Sparkle or Glitter, yeah.
Which
Which one would have sounded better? Hindsight, 2020,
I actually like Sparkle.
I like
Sparkle
Sparkle too.
better. I thought that was the movie.
That's a Mandela effect. We just came up with a new Mandela effect.
Yeah. Now we just gotta make a meme and put that name on it, and then circulate it in the internet, and then people will believe it.
Yep. Deal. Bet. We're doing that. 100%. We're doing that.
I'll tag Mariah Carey.
I'm not gonna lie. I do like her music though.
No, I love. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
All right. So when you got into, there's bottled water for you right there.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. When you got into the poetry and the music, and I know you're being humble and saying you independently put out, but you created 4 full albums and put out 4 albums.
Well, it started out, I used to, I had, just like everybody else, I had like I started out with like it was a duo, and then I had a crew. Shout out to DeRay. He's the one that really got me to do it, because back in like high school, we had the airbrush shirts. He worked at the airbrush place.
Nice.
So he made the airbrush shirt, and we did a talent show at school, and we set it up like we were battling, but we weren't battling. And then he was like, like at the end, everybody thought I won or whatever because I took and during the battle, I took his hat and I threw it out in the crowd or something like that. But I was like, this is stage, guys. Like, and he was a much better MC than me at that point. He was super talented. Then I went and I got with a bunch of guys. It was my boy Mills and his cousins and stuff like that. And we did our thing for a while. And I got linked up with my manager, and good things like started happening and stuff like that. And I've opened for people that I should not have opened for just because like I'm at the time, especially I'm not like, I'm not now on that level. These are legends, you know. So
is this where we were talking about where Michelle said you stop being so humble?
Oh yeah, this is probably what she says that. I mean, I realized that because I've just always realized that like no matter how much you accomplish, there's always somebody usually in the room that has accomplished more. And so I never go into it thinking that, you know, and plus I hate the name droppy thing, even though I'm about to do it.
Okay.
Like
I like the name droppy thing.
I have to do it for legitimacy. Like people don't like sadly people don't like respect it unless you say, yeah, I did this with this person.
Sure.
And you know, but I was able to open. I was opening act for a lot of different people, including all right, I'm only gonna say this because it's relevant, but DMX just passed.
Wow.
I got to open for him in Albany.
Wow.
And you know, rest in peace to him and everything. But the fact that I got to open for him and B got to see, because I came back down and I watched the show just like a fan watching the show. First of all, his show was amazing. I am not just saying this just to say it, but he had the best live show as far as control on the stage that I've ever seen from any hip hop artist and probably any artist period that I've seen live with my own two eyes.
Wow.
This man would go from a hype song to preaching to like going into like a sentimental song, and it just seamlessly, and you would be there for the ride.
Nice.
It's incredible.
That's a really great way to put it. You gave a really perfect description of what that would feel like.
Yeah. I forgot. I was just sitting there like, no, it was real good. But I've had those experiences, so like opening for people and stuff, and you know, I see where I am on the spectrum though.
That's all right. So now I'm gonna be the one that's gonna hype you up and tell you.
All right.
I respect that you're trying to be humble, but these people are.
But I'm nice too. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, these people are $1 million makers.
Yeah.
If they're allowing you to open,
it's a reason. Yeah,
you
it's
got
a reason.
something special that they think you're adding to their value.
Yeah, I was okay back in the day.
I'm trying, Michelle. I'm
no,
trying.
It's true.
I'm trying.
No, I got a little something though.
You got a little.
Yeah,
something.
I got a little something. I think most of it though it has been out of because of coming from Virginia and everything like that. There wasn't like here you can just walk up to. You guys have the labels are right here. You can go to the building right now.
Right.
You can't do that in Virginia.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we had to like make our own music, you know, try to push it our own self. And things started working out for me when I came up here and everything like that because it's just so much easier to me.
So were the albums done up here or were they still back home?
A couple of them were done. One of them was done when I was in, two of them were done when I was living in Florida actually.
Okay.
And then I moved from Florida to New York. So two of them were done. At one point I was living around the Albany area.
Okay.
And then one of them was done when I was living in Queens, I think. So, yeah.
So, all right. So then I have a question. At what point did the music turn into acting? Because I know you said, it says in your bio that it was like a natural progression, but how did that?
There was a guy, an artist, I'm not going to name drop him, but he was like telling me you should go down to, in fact, no, this is a funny thing. Her grandmother, my manager's grandmother was like, you should be on TV. And she said it, and I'm thinking, oh, ma, she's old.
She's just being, she's just being
She's
nice.
being nice, yeah. And then, and it was funny because I don't think she ever got a chance to see me on television or whatever, but it was kind of cool because I was like, oh, I was right this whole time. But my friend of mine, he told me to go down to Central Casting. I just went down there because I thought it'd be fun. I was like, all right, I'll do this thing. I was on a show called Restaurant Stakeout, which was the first
thing.
Yeah. and it was some. I remember the sandwich. The sandwich was called the Justin Timberlake, and I had to basically I sent it back or whatever. But it was a good sandwich.
Wait, so did you have to be an asshole?
Kinda. I tried to be the nicest kind of asshole there is. But
what's the male name of a Karen? Is it Kevin?
I don't know.
Did you have to be a Kevin?
I guess I was Kevin that day. I was him that day.
There's no gender to names.
Oh,
there's no gender.
all right. Yeah. Let's go with it.
So you're a Karen.
That day, that's exactly what I was. That day, that was it. But what you call it? After that, I got into I got into doing like background for some shows or whatever, and it was an incredible story. I'll tell you like the condensed version. I was on the show called The Nick.
What is that? I saw that.
It's a show about the Knickerbocker Hospital back in like the 1900s.
Oh,
They were doing like new innovative surgeries and stuff like that, and they had a black doctor that was there, and that was like the big thing, like, oh, we don't want him here,
Sure.
that sort of thing. And it was played by Andre Holland, who is an incredible actor, and he is the reason why I got a lot of other stuff, because in one of the scenes he walks past me, and I wasn't like paying any attention and stuff. He bumped me, and so I turned around, and I was, being like a normal person, like, oh, sorry, dude, my bad, whatever. And Steven Soderbergh and Gregory Jacobs, I'm guessing that he sent Gregory Jacobs to talk to me or whatever, and he was like, hey, you know what, we're gonna do something, we're gonna try something. He was like, we want you to react and yada yada yada. Basically gave me a line, and it ended up being like a cool stare down thing where like I was like, really? It was funny because I didn't even know what was going on. Everybody started clapping after I did my scene.
Really?
And I was like,
I don't know what I did.
I was like, I was feeling good about myself, like, but because I didn't know the acting world, I didn't know that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't happen. They don't just like, you're extra, and then they're like, hey, here's these lines,
right, yeah.
say this. You know what I mean? And after that, I didn't want to be a hack, and I was like, all right, take some classes, start doing some workshops. I went through the program at UCB, which is an improv. I did Magnet Theater, performed at the Pit and stuff before they closed down. That was sad because COVID and the pandemic. But and I started taking classes with people like Amy Gossels and things like that, and making a way around and everything like that, because I didn't want to be a hack.
Right.
I'm not gonna name the rappers or the musicians that are not good actors, but we know them.
Yeah.
And we're like, why did he keep?
I understand why he doesn't want to, but we could say some.
Oh, you could say, well, hey, I'm just gonna sit here.
like write it down. I'll say it out loud.
Write it down.
I can't get in trouble. I really nobody. There's
no, but that's some phenomenal like actors, musicians turned actors too. Like, I will say it again: Tupac, Will Smith, LL.
Oh, yeah, LL. Ice-T.
Yeah, Ice-T is great. I forget. He's so good at acting or whatever.
You
now
forgot that
I
he was a
that
musician. Yep.
Yeah, you forget that he.
I'm showing my age.
No, I remember it too, so I can't even say no. But but it's like I keep thinking of Law and Order. I'm like, yeah, he's playing a cop now. Okay.
He used to be a very hardcore rapper before.
Yeah.
So you're still doing the improv though, because I see all over your Instagram that you're doing your improv. Talk about improv, because somebody told me once I'm horrible at improv.
Well, it's weird. Well, first I'm gonna shout out the sketch comedy show. Bragging Rights is we actually got one coming up 2 weeks from now, November 5th.
Okay.
At Asylum, but improv is funny. It's helped me in a lot of ways and everything, because it brings down like the barriers and everything, because you're not planning things, you just gotta go with it. And then it's like it also makes you like get rid of your own barriers to just like being you and playing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's funny, because we learn along the way to stop playing, like as we grow up.
Yep.
But it's like, sometimes we gotta be a kid in order to get for creativity to come.
Right.
So
was
like,
that hard though? Was it hard to like?
Not when you don't worry about how people look at you.
Okay.
Like if somebody be like, oh, let's take a ride in my spaceship. Now you have to yes and it, and now yes, it is a spaceship, and we're going to Pluto or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And then you just like, you play the game, and then the funny comes. You find the weird thing, and then after you find the weird thing, like, then you end up having something that's funny, and then you can ride with that or whatever. It's good to find that weird thing with somebody though, like your scene partner,
Right.
and then it's like it's a thing because then you can just get silly. You know what I mean?
So do you would you call it a troupe?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you're right. It's
So
an
do you
improv
guys
troupe.
have known each other for a while? Like, what if somebody new were to come in?
Well,
'Cause you've
with,
already have that rapport.
With oh yeah, they do. But this is the Bragging Rights is more like a sketch show group,
Okay.
which is it's scripted, but at the same time, moments for improv come
Sure.
in all the time. I think what they like to do sometimes is see how many people can make you laugh. Like they won't say it, and then on stage they'll do something, and you be like, "We didn't rehearse that." You know what I mean?
It just happened.
Yeah, but you'll find those moments sometimes where it's like, even in rehearsal, we'll find something like somebody does something silly, and they're like, "Yeah, keep that. That's funny." You know.
So are they pre-recorded?
No. We rehearse a little bit. I think maybe like 2 times,
And then you go live.
and then we go
Okay.
live and do it. But we have some great writers. And I'll be real with you. Like I started it just to hang out with my friends because they were
Okay.
comedians. My friends were comedians and comedic actors. I was more of a dramatic actor, and it's opened me up a lot to say, hey, you know what? Go try do this, whatever. Really, we got some incredible people like Chris Guardino, Maureen Toomey, or Arahujo. I'm saying it wrong. Is Arahujo? Am I saying it right? They gonna kill me now. They hear this. 'Cause
That's okay. They could go.
but anyway, though, what you call? But no, but they're hilarious, and I think I come in, I fit in real nice with them too, because I'm goofy and silly, and we make people laugh.
That's good. I do love when you post it because you guys had some kind of competition recently, and I guess your team won, right? Am I remembering correctly?
Yes, we always win.
You always. Okay. I did not. He was definitely not humble in that one, Miss Michelle.
Now it's like an ongoing trash talking thing, so I have to keep that going because we got a show coming up. We send each other like death threats. No, I'm joking. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Well, I would definitely have an interesting time watching you try to explain to a police officer it's not a real death threat.
Yeah, it's not like they gonna lock me up as soon as I leave out of here. Come on, we heard it. No, but these people are phenomenal to be around and stuff like that, and we get a lot of people pass through that you wouldn't even expect. Like there's been people that come through that judge it that are on SNL. People that and sometimes they come in and they just sit in the audience. So you never know. So you got to put your best performance on.
Sure.
Cause but it's really funny and I've learned a lot from them because I didn't know anything about comedy, and then because everybody thinks they're funny when they're talking, like
I think I'm hysterical.
Well, you are, but the only problem is like it's hard to like make it translate when you're on a stage.
Sure.
Cause then you like up there and everybody's instinctive thing is to like say the funny line and then wait to see
if they get
see
a
if they laugh.
reaction.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I think I might do that just to see.
I mean, everybody does it. Yeah, I did it. When I would say my line and be like, look around, like.
I love it.
Did
it work? Did it work?
Like, and then if they didn't laugh, it would like crush me for the rest of the scene. But I realized after a while, like comedy is something that it's like you can't fake it when people laugh. That's why I think it's harder than dramatic acting actually, because like dramatic acting you can be like, okay, I believe it. He got shot or whatever, or his girlfriend died or whatever. But with comedy, it's like such a, how you laugh at things you're not supposed to laugh at.
Yes.
It's something natural. You can't fake it.
Like you said before, you made sure she was okay, and then you started
Yeah. She bumped her head. I was like, oh, let me check first.
You good?
Then I'm going to laugh.
But you're right, though, because when it comes to comedy, like that dead silence is deafening.
And it lasts for like, it'll be three seconds, but it
Ever.
feels like it's like 15 minutes of silence. Like,
but when it comes to your, like you said, your more dramatic roles, like I was looking at your commercial reel.
oh yeah.
And I think it's the last one. It's where it's this new technology. So you're a paramedic in the ambulance,
yeah.
and you could do the ultrasound. And when you get, I'm gonna start tearing up now because that's how much I liked it. And when you finally get your patient to the hospital that you'd already given the ultrasound to the doctor through this new technology, you
Yeah.
guys meet eye to eye, and I'm like, oh my god, that was so fucking dramatic.
It,
I'm like
honestly,
tearing right now.
when I watched it, especially with they have the strings going, and they have the strings going, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, oh my god, is he gonna make it?
Like,
And
I'm like seriously tearing right now because I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
No, but
I'm a
it
crier.
was they did really good on it, and
Yeah.
then at the end, you know, they shout out to director James Lowes for that one because he is the guy from the UK. It's funny how this works out. James was somebody that I worked with before, much like the etc. thing, and it happened. A similar thing like that happened where I worked with him on some other commercial, and I worked with him again. And like he asked for me, and he's from the UK. He could have picked anybody.
Anybody, sure.
But he came here and he asked to work with me again, and ended up being that.
That?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that was a really good one, and you could tell I'm not lying because
No,
I started tearing up. That was really great.
Thank
that
you.
Was,
But it definitely, the way they
I think it was like
up,
a minute and 12 seconds.
Yeah,
from
but it's
start to
like
finish,
you're going
and I was
on the
like,
journey
whoa.
with them.
Yeah.
And it's wild. I got to work with I personally think that's the reason why I got the New Amsterdam audition.
Oh, so we're gonna do that right now, huh?
Oh,
We're gonna
look
talk
how
about that. All right, so I wanted to talk about this because whenever I was telling everybody, I was like, oh, I have Isaiah Seward coming in, and he's on New Amsterdam, and they're like, well, what show is that? I'm like, well, do you remember Blacklist, the boyfriend, Elizabeth Keene's
Everybody remembers
boyfriend?
him.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, what about him? Is that who's? I'm like, no, but he's the doctor on New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And you play Durango.
Yeah.
And you've been on there quite a many seasons now.
Yeah, I got on there. I actually got on there season 1, but they have they have like increased how many times I've come in, and you know the different things. At first I came in and I was like, you know, you'll be all right, brother. It'd be like a quick little thing, and then after that they started, you know, giving me other stuff. But they have, I gotta say it, they have the best set that I've probably ever been on as far as like the group of people, the crew, everything, and they make it real easy, even when you like having an off day.
Yeah.
Like, I just was on one of their past episodes. I think it was episode 3. They're up on of season 4, and they're up on, I think it's episode 5 now.
Okay.
And there's another one coming soon, but that I shot like
Nice.
a week and a half ago.
Cool.
So, but it's been great. Like I just keep telling them like I'm just happy they haven't fired me yet. Cause
Wow.
I'm a
18,
goofball
19,
on
20,
set. So
4 years already, 4 seasons.
yeah,
so
they must have seen something they
seen
like.
something. I mean, like, and by the way, so I wanted to ask, like, this is such a superficial question, but obviously you don't have a medical background.
Oh no.
So is it difficult saying all these like medical jargon and sounding
Yes.
like you know what you're talking about?
All right, check it out. First time I had to figure out what a mediastinoscopy is. I had to figure out what a parodosis, what that meant, and I went and they all somewhat dealing with like checking fluid in the lungs and stuff like that. From what I researched and stuff, but lucky for me, I know a lot of people in the medical field. I know people that are paramedics. I didn't know I knew these people until I needed to know.
Until you needed to.
You know, and I started asking people questions, and I Googled everything. It's like actors have to research.
Sure.
And on the verge of stalking, which it gets that way sometimes. But I researched all of the different things and everything, and then I just ask questions constantly. And they have a oh man, I forgot her name, but they have a
like an expert.
They have There's an
Okay.
expert, a medical professional, and she always is so nice to me whenever she sees me on set. So if you hear this and I forgot your name, just know that
He was thinking about
it's in my
you.
heart.
Yes.
But
But like, I think I would be so scared to say the words. Never mind, know what it is. Like,
well, the only reason why that's the reason why I have to look it up is because, you know, you don't want to say it in the wrong like tone. Like
Yeah.
you know, if you we all know what like a car is,
Yeah.
but like if you said it in a crazy tone or whatever, you know what I mean? People like they would think like you don't know what a car is,
Yeah.
do you?
Like if I were trying to talk about a carburetor, and I had to think if I even said it right then.
I don't even know where a carburetor
I don't know,
is
yeah.
in the car. Like I don't. If you
I
point
mean,
it
is that what the full name of a car is?
to
Carburetor?
save my life,
Is that what, you know?
like,
Is car short for carburetor?
we don't go with that one. Let's go with that answer.
It's in the glove box.
It's in the glove box. Such an asshole.
It's in the glove box. Now I'm gonna go check my glove box for the carburetor.
Dumbass.
Like it's not in there, dog. No. No.
There's nothing. There's a book in my glove box. Although I do know what. Wait, was that like an inside joke? Because people are like ha-haing over here too. So what does?
Because
that
they know
mean?
what a carburetor is. That's why. I'm over
Go
there.
to the mechanic and be like, yeah, listen, my friend said my carburetor's missing and I'm checking my glove box and I can't find it.
I've been looking
You would
everywhere.
so do that
Like,
to me. You would so do that to me. Look at him. He can't even breathe.
oh, you should have saved that one, man. That would have been a good one. Could have pulled that off.
The mechanic would be like, no way.
So I need
Yeah,
to get
I
an
can't
extra
find-
carburetor. The one in my glove box is missing.
Dumbasses.
Nah, but yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want to be on set. Is be that guy that's like just saying words and but they do a great job, like even down to like how you push the cart. I mean gurney. So I'm like look at me. But I'm pushing the gurney and stuff like that, and I was doing it completely the wrong way. And the first episode came out, and all of my like paramedic friends started roasting me. They were like, "Yo, what are you doing? like you look
I'm
like
like, I'm acting.
yeah, like you pushing like a shopping cart or something." And I'm like, nah.
Wait, so
It's-
how are you supposed to do it?
Well, yeah, it's the way you push it or whatever. Sometimes they push it from the back, like holding it like that. But there's a lever right there that would actually make the that makes the head go down. So they kind of don't do it that way.
Oh.
Because you can. I did it on set the other day, and the girl's head went down like that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." We'll lift you back up.
I was like, I could
But,
see you like patting her hair and fixing.
Yeah, sorry. It's very inappropriate. HR got called, but
It was just another Monday for them.
they were like, "Just we got it." No, but no, it was actually pretty cool. It was but then there's like a side way to carry it. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I have a different respect for medical professionals and stuff like that with what they go through, especially now, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, it was it's just like a different world when you get there because the people actually care about getting it right. Like everybody on set cares about getting it exactly right, and they'll go through the dialogue to be like, oh no, they wouldn't do this like that, you know, even down to the script and stuff like that. And I'm gonna say it again, I'm not sucking up, but Janet Montgomery is an incredible actress, and so is Jocko and Ryan Eggold, of course, and all of them. I know I'm missing people, but they just
there's a whole
they can just give me some
cast,
shade when they see me on set. But no, but she's British, and I didn't even know.
Really?
Like I thought she was putting on a British accent, so I was about to do my terrible one, and I was like, "You better not do that." After I realized like she's actually British, and she was doing an American accent.
I love it.
She's so good at it that you don't know which one is the real one until you like see her relax like in between shots. And I still get. It's funny because I still get like starstruck by her a little bit.
Aw.
Nobody else. Like I met Ryan, I met Jocko, but it's like because she's that talented,
Mhm.
and I think that's what makes it nervous. So I'm probably incredibly awkward on set,
Aw.
just randomly.
Aw.
But it's always it's fun. It's fun stuff.
And where do you see yourself? Like, do you hope to continue with New Amsterdam? Because I know that.
Oh yeah, we have. I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. We've already gone there.
I love it.
I have, actors a lot of times tend to create backstories, and I created a whole backstory. I know my character Durango. He grew up in a certain area. He's working as a paramedic, but he's going to night school, And in my mind,
Ooh,
he's
I
gonna be a
just got
doctor
shivers.
one day.
I just
in
got
my
shivers.
mind,
Yeah,
you know.
I definitely see that.
So if they decide to do it in, you know, season 17, decide to make me, I'm a doctor now. Like, I'll take it. But as far as I guess period, what I would like to do, in addition to New Amsterdam, of course, I got a taste of doing some action stuff on FBI, and the guy's way cooler than me in real life. Like, he's a sniper and stuff, you know. So anyway, but I got to work on that show, and I love working on that show too. But for a different reasons, you know. And then doing a film, Barflies, with some people in Pittsburgh. It was my first vampire movie, which
what is
everybody
it?
that knows me,
Barfly?
I'm yeah. It's called Barflies. There's like a horror con that they're gonna it's gonna premiere at and everything like that.
Oh, so it's not. So it's not that I missed it yet.
No, it's not. It hasn't
okay.
happened yet. But I've gotten like some of the scenes, the edits and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I look all right, you know, because I'm killing vampires, and I was like, I'm convincing. I can kill, because I'm a big vampire movie
Me too.
type. Yeah,
That's why I
vampires
wrote it
and
down when
zombies.
you said it.
No, they got some UFC fighters, in the Chris Dempsey. He's a former UFC fighter, big guy. And then oh man, Cody, I forget his last name, but he is big guy. He's 21, and when I tell you he's bigger than, like, he's like your height. His arm. Oh, you a big dude. No, he's solid. Like, I'm like, yo, this. And he made me. I don't usually feel small around people, but he made me feel kind of small. And then they were talking about, like, you know, submission moves and stuff. And he was like, yeah, you do this, you could rip somebody's ACL out. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm trying to be like cool, just yeah. You know, like I did that before. They tried to test me. You know what I mean? Like what? No. But he was like, no, you just take the heel like that. And I was like, and he's like, oh, and he like demonstrating for me and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, because I'm into boxing and that stuff. So that's the thing we kind of vibed off of, is combat sports. They do it. I box, but I don't get hit in the face because I'm an actor. So I can't. So I'll do like some stuff and everything like that, hit in the bag, but I'm not getting hit back at this point.
Right.
Like,
you're not ready for that.
Nah. Like,
Well, good.
I'll dodge.
We don't want to mess up the moneymaker.
I
Don't mess up the moneymaker.
Oh no. Keep this. I need my teeth. That's the thing. I'm
Beautiful teeth.
I'm
by
worried
the
about
way.
the teeth. Oh, thank you. Same for you.
Thank you. I'm working on them.
I'll just brush them incessantly. That's what I always am doing. Like,
Well,
anyway.
not to jump backwards, but I think still it applies because I want to play one of your songs.
Oh yeah, sure.
And
Always,
it's actually the song that I used for your promo, which I remember sending you this text message. So we're gonna play "Keep Going," and we'll talk about your inspiration for after.
Perfect.
But when I was going through your page to like pick out the pictures for your promo, I remember seeing the music, and I was like, does he have his own music too? Did I completely miss this? So I sent you a message, and I was like, oh my God. And then you sent it to me. And when I went back, because I originally had your bio from the summertime. So I went back to that. I was like, I am such an asshole. He told me he was a fucking musician to begin with. I'm all excited thinking like I found out some information that he's not like.
I mean, but most people,
vocal
I'll be
about.
honest with you, most even all my actor friends, people I've met since I started acting, a lot of them don't know that I made music or didn't, because I don't talk about it, and they find out, and then I like it better that way, because then it's like, oh, okay, cool, what'd you think? You know, if it's trash, you're just not gonna tell me.
Right. They'll be like, congratulations on creating a song.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, you do that music thing too.
All right, so let's listen to "Keep Going," and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Cool. All right, breathe.
When is it too long? And it's been too long. Turning the news on, they telling me move on. Looking for real change to fix all this real pain. Scared if I give it time, it'll just be the same. I can't keep going on this way. Don't you know the heartache living with all this pain? My reaction savage till we on cycle status. It's as bad as the past. How did we pick up those habits? They say progress in the day's the best it's ever been, but we never win, cause the ignorance is spreading. Where we heading? Here we go again. No hope is in revenge or hateful trends. It just depends if it defends what we think already, never against. Start up the witch hunt. What side do you get on? The violence has been gone as long as I've been born. You telling me keep calm? We all a family. How can I be through tragedy and massive grief? I can't retreat. It's sad when all I ask is peace and to be treated as an equal with no asterisk. At the risk of the past attempts before and to come after this, not being the only catalyst for change. I gotta stand up quick and help you get up too, cause in our numbers is our strength. We may look different, but within we all look just like twins. We got a lot of work to do, that's true, so let's begin. I can't keep going on this way. Don't you know the heartache living with all this pain? You know that I can't keep going on this way. Friends ask me what you gon' do, and I don't know what to say. We hate when we don't agree or fear the scene overseas, cause it's the season the seas freezing, it seems we believe. When's the last time we loved, gave a genuine hug, or even a plate for the hungry without making a fuss? Time to look in the mirror, cause that monster in the picture is us. What we become isn't the innocence we wish to discuss. Can't be the good guys, we're telling ourselves lies. Gotta be honest about our time, let's discuss what was right. Start to listen up, feel the pain and not be numb to stuff. That should make us get up and rush to fix whatever struggle comes. Even if it's not our struggle personally, the person we prefer to be should take over and nurse the weak. Not seek to hurt and worsen things, cause that just works in first to peace and turns this hurt to murder. Please don't let these words you heard be seen as just another blur of speech. Use your eyes even if it hurts to see, then use your heart and make the perfect beat. I can't keep going on this way. Don't you know the heartache living with all this pain? You know that I can't keep going on this way. Friends ask me what you gon' do, and I don't know what to say. When is it too long and it's been too wrong? Turning the news on, they telling me move on. Looking for real change to fix all this real pain. Scared if I give it time, it'll just be the same.
Woo, that was hot. I like that
you.
song.
Thank you.
There's this one line in it, and it hits home for me because, as you can see, my son is outside. So, like, considering everything that the Black community has been going through the past, recent future, the past couple of years, you know, I always say, you know, I'm a proponent for Black Lives Matter because of the fact that my child is not distinguishable, to be honest.
Exactly.
And so I'm going to fight for this. So there's a line that you put on there. I forgot what the first word, but you know, equality with an asterisk.
Oh, yeah.
I love that because that's exactly what it is. Everybody will say, you know, they believe in equality.
Until it's actually needs to be.
You know, except for this, except for that.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. Except when you actually have to do it.
Something else you have to do it.
Like, yeah, exactly what you're saying, though. It's crazy because I look younger, and not to make it about me, because but I've had my share of run-ins, and like where I know one way it could have gone or another way, and I would have been just another number that.
Sure.
And it doesn't help that I look younger. So when they stop me, I look younger. Then they talk to me, and they may react differently. But to be real with you, it doesn't even matter how you sound or what you're doing or whatever. If it's the wrong person, it's the wrong person, and
Right.
you know, it can go south very quickly.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But I just wanted to run my mouth a little bit. But what you call it? The when I made the song, it was actually out of frustration because it was at the height of. I mean, we all know this is not a new phenomenon, but at the same time, though, the awareness of it is at I think an all-time high as far as like amongst people that are not affected by it directly.
Okay.
Because of the internet and social media, people are knowing about it and they're understanding about it, but and some people deny it. But at the same time, I had to get it out because there's people that I know even in my circle, not gonna say no names, but somebody I had an experience where like 6 cops drew guns on me or whatever when I was eating my Nacho Bel Grande in the car in the passenger side because they suspected something or whatever. And then after the whole experience, you know, they disappeared like that. You know what I mean? And there was no explanation, no nothing. And the funny thing is I had somebody had gotten out of the car and gone to the ATM, and that's the reason why I was sitting there waiting. they came running back. Like, no. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, stop. Don't do it. And the reason why they felt the freedom to do that is because they, they had never experienced that because they were white. And they had never experienced, you don't run up on the cops or yell or do it. And it was just telling to me, because I was like, if that had been me in role reversal, I'd have been dead. They'd have shot me. You know what I mean?
They would have drawn.
And so I got with a lot of friends of all different backgrounds, nationalities, ethnicities and stuff. And they got with me and did the video for this. And I didn't give them any restrictions. I said, what we're going to do is I want you to hold up a sign saying something that this song means to you. And some people brought up empathy. Some people brought up my friend Jill. She put up Black Lives Matter. And outside of myself and TJ, what's her name? Oh man, and one other young lady that helped me, Nay. Outside of them, we were the only ones that were black. Is other allies that were helping us put this together because of what they, what they believed and everything like that, and which I thought was a big moment to me, because it's like that's what it is going to take in order for things to change. It can't just be us, saying, 100%. Hey, there's a problem and nobody's helping.
100% right. I completely agree.
I don't know.
Nope, you do.
That's
right.
Yeah, it's just so much to it or whatever. You can't. But I felt like that's the reason why I write the song, because I would get into these long rants with like people that I'm sure are tired of hearing about my rants and stuff, because you know how it bothers you. You have to deal with it, and so I was like, I gotta write it down.
Yeah. If you don't let it out, it'll be even worse.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is, how long did it take you to do? This is always my favorite question to ask, because I'm enamored by artists who create their own music and write their own stuff, because it's impressive. And I was going to ask you, and actually you brought it up while the song was playing, that most times they'll like buy a beat and they'll be like, oh, I feel that beat, and they write to it, which is great. But for this song, the inspiration came from...
Oh, well, the weird thing is the inspiration came from something that wasn't serious at all. It was, I heard a friend of mine was humming a melody as they were just doing something during the day. And I was like, and I'm sitting there and I was like, and I was like, okay. I was like, what's that what you humming? And they were like, what? Nothing. I'm just, doing whatever. And I was like, I took that melody line, and that's the heart melody line in the beat. Everything else I just built around it.
Sure. And
I was like, okay, I want this to have a little bit of bounce to it, but it still be like something you can say something. And it happens organically. That's the best to me, when music is made deliberately, like, I'm going to appeal to this market, I'm going to do this. Yeah. That's when you lose what music is.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to make music and it ended up being what I got afterwards, especially with like the sample of the lady, she's hitting the note throughout the thing or whatever. It made me feel like I need to write something about that you feel. So I made that beat in years ago, like long time ago, and I just got around to like something that actually
put it to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was gonna sell it actually.
Oh, well,
I'm glad I didn't know. Like, I was gonna sell it. I was like, hey, somebody want this. But that's like, I guess the good thing about when you produce your own music and stuff like that sometimes is that you know where it is from the beginning to end. I don't know.
That's cool. So now when you're doing that, like, is that like how do you divvy up your day? Like, are you like 50% acting and 50% involved, or are you more immersed in your acting? It might
be 75-25 now.
Okay.
Even though I love music, and I'm going back and forth with, am I gonna do another one? Because this is the problem. I have about 20 songs right now.
So you have a vault waiting to be.
And it's like, yo, you got to do something with this, man. You don't want to be 60 years old being like, if I would have only put out that last album. You know what I mean?
The last album was my golden ticket.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, at this point, it's like, I'm making music for me because I want to do it. And it's like, I think I've, over the years, I've matured and have become better at making music. Okay. And it's almost like people tell you like, oh, you're at this age, you need to stop. And it's like, why? because it makes you uncomfortable or because I need to stop. You know what I mean? It's like I'm you know,
I love that.
we never say that because we never tell people to not to diversify their income streams or revenue streams
Right.
when they're Warren Buffett or somebody else.
Right.
We only do that to our peers. You got to pick one thing, man. Pick one thing. And
You're
it's not true.
100%
It's just not.
correct. Yeah.
Do whatever your life
Nobody
leads
told
you to.
Jeff Bezos not to build a.
Exactly. Had he listened to them, he wouldn't be a gazillionaire
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
giving me deliveries every other day.
I'm definitely investing in the. You need to hide the package,
Yeah.
Matt.
Put it under the thing
Yeah,
in the corner.
The bushes. Put it in the bushes.
Those bushes fake. Just pick them up and put them in front. No, that's terrible. But yeah, because people will still see. I luck out because I have stairs. So if they're gonna come up the stairs, it's a lot of stairs too.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, if you deserve it. Then.
Yeah, you're doing all that
If you
work.
do all
no, I
that-
just want to hide it from him so he doesn't say to me, "What did I order this time?"
Oh, well, that's a different. I can't help with that one. Like, no, it's just it's nothing. It's something for you. It's something for you. That's like
I didn't order. No, wait. I swear to God, true story. I think it was last Sunday, and the Amazon truck stopped, but not like right in front of our house, across the street. And I was like, I didn't order anything.
You felt like, hey,
I
don't know why he's
literally-
here.
I didn't order anything.
I didn't tell him to come. I didn't.
Not for that day, anyway. So, but I wanted to, because you do something also. I like going through your Instagram because you have a lot of diversity on there besides your music,
Yeah.
and acting, whatever. You have something called Gloves Off.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that.
And I might
They
bring that
love
back. I actually might bring that back. It started off as a social experiment, like for myself.
Okay.
I'm sorry to everybody who's been on the show. You've been part of the social experiment, and you didn't know. But it was there's a segment called 10 Minutes, and then and that was a show that I created where it was just like I didn't want to know what the don't steal my show ideas either, people. No, but I didn't want to know. It was the guest is the host and the host is the guest. So the host
Okay.
is sitting there. I'm the host,
Okay.
and the guest comes over and they decide what we're going to talk about. But this is the kicker. I don't know until they come and show up.
Okay.
So it's
How
much
is
more.
that prepping?
Well, so far I've had a couple of weird. I tell them come up with 3 topics. They come up with 3 topics, and that's just in case people run out of things to say. And we never get through but 2. But the people are talking and stuff like that about what they want to talk about.
Okay.
And so then it's getting myself to get to know. Now, get to know them and their perspective and everything. Then Gloves Off is a 3-minute section, but this is a social experiment where I cannot, whatever they say, I can only respond in question form.
That
So-
was intriguing to
And
me.
it's they're sharing their most controversial, or one of their most controversial topics, whatever they want to talk about.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
we've gotten everything from pineapples don't belong on pizza to
True
like
story.
some tough situations where they were talking about some problems with Ben Roethlisberger back in the day, and that he should not be in the NFL based on those legal situations and everything. And so, and I can't really give we have a Trump supporter on the show, and that was the topic. But I couldn't say anything but ask questions, and so it's really hard to say like you're fucking stupid or whatever. You can't. That's dumb. Or you can't really
So
do
how did
that
you-
when you're asking questions. You know what I mean?
Well, what kind of question would you ask? Like if they said they're a Trump supporter, what would? Why? Why?
Why do you think
Why
that
are-
is
why
is
are
a
you-
big one that I use? I'd be like, oh, why do you think that? Because because it was set in place because I think that we had gotten to a point when I first started doing it that nobody's listening. Everybody's doing like a, you're stupid, you're stupid,
Yeah.
you're stupid
Yeah,
type of
which I
thing, and
hate.
nobody's listening to the
Right.
other person. And
Right.
I saw people that were good people on the side, the side of common sense, and the side that was essentially right. I think there's a difference between being right and trying to be right and trying to have the right answer. And I saw
Ooh.
people that were technically you're right, you have the right answer, but you're not right because of how you're going about it. You know what I mean? You're like doing the same thing that you're complaining the other side is doing.
Right.
And it's like you're not going to get where you want to go with that because they're not going to listen to you. And now it's like the 2 idiots thing. From a distance,
Sure.
you can't tell the
2
difference.
fools.
Yeah.
2 fools.
Yeah. So
They're still a fool.
So I wanted to put myself in a situation where I had to listen to opposing viewpoints.
Oh.
Because, I mean, I like pineapples on pizza.
Do you really?
I don't eat ham anymore, but I haven't had it because it ain't quite the same when you don't eat. I don't eat pork. I'm like a pescatarian now.
Okay.
So I don't eat pineapple or Hawaiian pizza anymore because
You can't
it's not
have
the
ham.
same without.
It's the whole. It's
yeah,
the whole
it's the
package.
whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love pineapples though, just not on pizza.
Just not a
No, but it really is it was a good show. It ended up being something that I did, and I think I'm gonna keep it going because a lot of people like it and they're like, oh, it's a cool show, it's a cool concept.
It's a super cool concept.
I'm gonna put you on the spot though. Will you be on my show if I do it again?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. We got it on camera. I do not stutter.
No, because I think it would be. It's such a good way to see different perspectives and stuff like that, and that's what I think life is about. Period. Is learning different perspectives. Artists. That's what we do. You know, we draw from other people's perspectives and our own, and we create stuff. So you have to be open to it. You know.
I love that. Well, I think that was actually a beautiful way to segue into the end of the show because we are about already like 60 minutes in, right?
Oh wow, I'm a talker. I do want to open this though.
Okay, yes. All right, so let's do our shout outs because I forgot to do that. My wonderful
okay.
engineer forgot to like yell at me. So let's do some homework.
He's like, they'll get there,
Don't
they'll get
forget,
there.
we are live here at Mix Vibes Radio. I am your favorite Mindminx, and the official sponsor of the Mindminx show is Absalom Studio, which is a hookah lounge experience studio located in Teaneck, New
I'm
Jersey.
doing a good job with this.
And I always like to give, yeah. Oh my gosh, when I tell you, the bag did not make it here. And then I'm trying to rearrange the stuff inside so it looks prettier. And then I'm standing here, but where you're sitting, and he's over here, and I'm like, I just ripped the bag.
Oh my god.
He's like, it's fine. He's a
Oh,
guy.
I didn't even see that one. I ripped this one over here. Okay.
So he's like, you're overthinking it. I was like, I'm an overthinker. What do you want from me?
Like I was gonna get here and be like, you know, I don't even want this now.
I'm like, oh my god, this guy's like,
It
you
is
know.
ripped. It's compromised. No.
I
I'm
did.
excited to see what it is,
overthought
though.
that. I overthought that. Okay, so I don't know if you are a hookah smoker, so there is some CBD products in there for you to try. That's a handmade soap by with
I'm gonna take a
infused
shower
with
right
CBD.
about now.
Right about Well, there's no running showers here, so I wait till
No,
you
no, I'm go home, of course. Yeah.
but the CBD infused soap, and there are a couple of shots in there, and I think she might have put a pre-roll in there for you too, just in case.
Okay. Well, I like all this. Thank you. Oh, and now of course,
Gotta promote the radio station, of course.
y'all see it.
Yo.
Oh, this is awesome. But no, I appreciate this. Like, I wasn't
Thank you for
expecting,
coming
I wasn't
in.
expecting anything. So yeah, gifts.
Oh
are
no,
all
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, there's more.
Yes. Oh, those are okay. So that is a pre-roll, I believe.
What's this?
And those are CBD shots. So like if you wanted to, it's soluble, like to put in your
okay.
your drink or whatever.
Where I grew up, I'm looking
I
at
know. Trust me.
when
No, yeah.
No, I'm being silly. Like,
Yeah. No, but you're not. You're being. That's exactly what it looks like, but it's not.
Oh, okay, good. It's both of
It's
us.
not.
I was looking, I was like,
No. You put it in your drink
I like
or your
this.
tea. Yes, and then there's
Y'all
a
the
pre-roll.
best. I appreciate this.
Thank you.
All this getting used today.
Awesome. Yay. All right. So we are gonna sing. Yeah, I'm gonna sing for you.
Go ahead.
No.
You started off.
So all right. So we're gonna talk about our last song that we're gonna play as we out the show, and it's called "Ready to Go."
Okay.
And I was listening to it. This one was kind of like, I know it's a man singing it, but not for nothing, it was hyping me up as a female.
Well, you want to know a secret? I wrote it. It's not about me. Everybody think I got heartbroken. I have, kind of, but not like this. It's actually, I wrote the song about a friend of mine. Her boyfriend was stepping out at the time, and it was actually just to get her through her situation and everything.
Okay.
So I wrote it, and she was going to sing it at first because I wrote it from a perspective of a woman.
Okay,
So that
yep.
makes me feel good.
Yes, I felt
But-
it.
Time went on, and she hadn't finished the track, and and she wasn't really interested in it. So I was like, okay. And then somebody said when I was singing it to somebody to get them to do it, they were like, "Yo, you should just
You
sing
just
it."
do it, yeah.
And I was like, "All right, well, let's see what happens." And
Well, I'm telling you, I was hyped up. So this is all right. So everyone, thank you for watching. It is a brand new week, so go own it, and don't forget to mind your favorite minx and join us next time. And we are gonna leave you with "Ready to Go" by Isaiah Seward. Thank you, sir.
thank you.
I know something you don't know. Whoa. I know something you don't. I know something you don't. Whoa. You've been on my mind, still cheating, sitting there telling lies for no reason, then still act surprised when I'm like, I'm ready to go. Oh, wasting time and stressing my mind. It ain't worth the rest, but I'm fine. I'm walking out that door, I'm ready to go. Oh, never thought I would fall so hard when I first did slip. Take another sip and then you get addicted quick. Said a whole lot, but never really did mean it. You know you played the role better than if you wrote the script. Thought it was gold, but it was just tricks. I thought we could mix, but no, we don't. You've been on my mind, still cheating, sitting there telling lies for no reason, then still act surprised when I'm like, I'm ready to go. Oh, wasting time and stressing my mind. It ain't worth the rest, but I'm fine. I'm walking out that door, I'm ready to go. Oh, we could just be chilling, feeling the vibe for each minute. Sitting up high on cloud nine, but you tripping. Got the plan of attack to keep winning. Whenever I got her beside me, she's grinning, but smiling faces still lie. I got no space and no time. Don't talk your way back, walk away. Don't try to fit in my life. You've been on my mind, still cheating, sitting there telling lies for no reason, then still act surprised when I'm like, I'm ready to go. Oh, wasting time and stressing my mind. It ain't worth the rest, but I'm fine. I'm walking out that door, I'm ready to go. Oh, she said, give it a chance, I said, give it a rest. Tell her I don't wanna argue, now she's sending me texts. Okay, start fresh, she's still trying to fix it with sex. That might work with the rest, but I'm more complex. Type of girl turn around and lie like I'm a sucker. It's sad cause she actually believes what she utters. Now what am I supposed to do with that but find another lover that's not gonna take so much to love? You've been on my mind, still cheating, sitting there telling lies for no reason, then still act surprised when I'm like, I'm ready to go. Oh, wasting time and stressing my mind. It ain't worth the rest, but I'm fine. I'm walking out that door, I'm ready to go.